Todd Chrisley has the most WTF pitch for the next Golden Bachelorette. Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Todd Chrisley has a new dream casting for the Golden Bachelorette, and it's his own mom. The senior spin-off of the Bachelor franchise launched last year with the first lead, Joan Vassos, 61, getting engaged to 60-year-old Chalk Chapel by the end of the season. Now, Todd's convinced that his 80-year-old mom, Nanny Faye Chrisley, would be the perfect pick for the next installment, and he's not shy about saying it. Nanny Faye shuts down the idea of starring in the Golden Bachelorette. The idea arose while Todd and his wife, Julie Chrisley, were chatting with Nanny Faye on their Chrisley Confessions 2.0 podcast. At one point, Nanny Faye confidently claimed she looked pretty good to be 80, which is when Todd teased that maybe it was time for her to get back out there and find a man. He even floated the idea of her joining a dating app, but Nanny Faye quickly shut it down. Then Julie chimed in and suggested that maybe Nanny Faye should try the Golden Bachelorette instead, and Todd lit up. He started hyping her up right away and joked that she'd have like 12 men fighting for her attention. While the rest of the family seemed entertained by the thought, Nanny Faye herself wasn't on board. She made it clear that being on the Golden Bachelorette just wasn't for her. One big reason is because she's never even watched the show before, so the idea of being the star of it felt a little out there. And when it came to the thought of dating on national TV, she had no interest in putting herself in that kind of spotlight. She even laughed and said she could barely handle one man, so dealing with a dozen of them would be way too much work. It's easy to see why Todd thinks his mom would shine on the Golden Bachelorette. Nanny Faye's got the kind of charm and quick wit that would instantly stand out on a reality show filled with big personalities. Plus, she's already a familiar face to reality TV fans. She starred in all 10 seasons of Chrisley Knows Best, made guest appearances on Growing Up Chrisley, and she's also set to return in the family's upcoming series, The Chrisleys, Back to Reality, which premieres September 1. Nanny Faye has made her peace with being single. A big part of why Nanny Faye isn't interested in dating again might just be that she doesn't feel the need to. Her focus is on her family, especially now that Todd and Julie are finally back home. The couple had been serving multi-year prison sentences after being found guilty of tax evasion and bank fraud in 2022. But earlier this year, in May, they were granted pardons by President Donald Trump. On the same podcast episode, Todd joked about being gone for 28 months and asked his mom if she found a new special friend while he was away. But Nanny Faye shut that down just as fast. She said all her friends are special enough, and she doesn't need a man to feel happy or fulfilled. Nanny Faye was previously married to her late husband, Gene Chrisley. They tied the knot in the 1960s and stayed together until he died in 2012 at the age of 77. Gene was a Korean War veteran, and the two of them built a full life in Atlanta raising their sons. On the podcast, Nanny Faye explained that having one husband and one dog was enough for her. "I don't want another husband. I'm not interested in being a nurse or a pocketbook," she said. Looking back, she admitted that there were opportunities to start a new relationship, but she chose not to. She's happy with that decision and feels at peace. For her, family and close friends are more than enough, and she doesn't feel the need to start over. The Golden Bachelorette is available to stream on Hulu. The Chrisleys, Back to Reality 2-night premiere will air on September 1 and September 2 on Lifetime. Todd Chrisley has never been one to shy away from a bold opinion, but his latest suggestion for ABC's hit spinoff, The Golden Bachelorette, might just be his most head-turning idea yet. The reality star, known for his sharp wit, unfiltered commentary, and a flair for the unexpected, has thrown his hat into the pop culture conversation with a pitch that has left fans both laughing and scratching their heads. During a recent taping of his podcast appearance, Todd was asked what he thought of the Golden Bachelorette, which follows women of a certain age as they search for love in the glitzy, high-stakes world of reality dating shows. Rather than giving a standard answer, Todd decided to go all in with a concept that could only come from him. The plan, according to Todd, involves turning the series on its head by casting someone so unexpected that the entire premise of the show would shift from romantic sincerity to absolute chaotic entertainment. In true Chrisley fashion, Todd began by saying the franchise needs a leading lady who is completely unafraid of confrontation. Someone with a sense of humor sharper than any rose thorn and a backstory that would keep audiences hooked week after week. His example of the perfect candidate, a high-profile figure with a notorious past and a knack for stirring the pot on national television, he teased that this person would not only keep the men on their toes, but also keep the viewers wondering if they were watching a love story or the most unpredictable comedy in reality TV history. What truly made Todd's pitch so over the top was the twist he proposed halfway through explaining it. Not only should this Golden Bachelorette be searching for a romantic partner, Todd suggested that halfway into the season the rules should change entirely. Instead of picking one man, she would be allowed to select two and force them into a competition for the rest of the episodes. Todd insisted this would keep ratings sky high, because nothing draws viewers in like a rivalry with high emotional stakes and a dash of absurdity. Fans who have followed Todd for years know that his humor often toes the line between playful mischief and outright outrageousness, and this idea was no exception. Social media lit up almost immediately with reactions ranging from, "Are you serious? Honestly, I would watch this." The suggestion even caught the attention of Bachelor Nation alumni, some of whom jokingly volunteered themselves for the role or offered up celebrity names they thought could pull it off. Of course, Todd's pitch would not be complete without a personal touch. He admitted that if he had any say in the matter, he would nominate someone close to him for the gig, perhaps a family member who could handle the spotlight and deliver the perfect blend of sass and sincerity. While he did not confirm exactly who he had in mind, speculation quickly landed on Nanny Faye, whose quick wit and larger-than-life personality have long made her a fan favorite on Chrisley Knows Best. The thought of Nanny Faye as the Golden Bachelorette had fans imagining champagne toasts in leopard print and date cards that come with snarky one-liners. Beyond the humor, there is a certain method to Todd's madness. His pitch taps into a growing audience appetite for reality TV that does not take itself too seriously. Viewers have seen countless seasons of dating shows play out in predictable ways, and Todd's concept offers the promise of genuine unpredictability. For a network looking to keep the format fresh, the idea of injecting a dose of controlled chaos could be more appealing than it sounds at first blush. Todd's commentary also reflects his own brand of entertainment, where family drama, heartfelt moments, and sharp comedy collide. He has built a career on knowing what audiences will talk about the next morning, and this latest idea is no different. Whether or not ABC would ever seriously consider it is beside the point. For Todd, getting people talking is the real win. As the buzz grows, it remains to be seen if anyone from the show's production team will publicly respond to his unconventional pitch. Reality TV producers are no strangers to wild ideas, but rarely do they come from a fellow reality star with such a loyal fan base. If nothing else, Todd has succeeded in inserting himself into the conversation and reminding people that love might be the premise, but entertainment is the real product. For now, the Golden Bachelorette will continue as planned, with ABC keeping its casting choices under wraps. But in the minds of Todd Chrisley's fans, the alternate version he has proposed is already playing out in vivid detail, complete with shocking rose ceremonies, unexpected alliances, and a leading lady who refuses to play by the rules. And if the network ever did take him up on the idea, one thing is certain, it would be a season no one would forget. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.